Oh, would you look at that? 15 years have passed since this came out, huh? Well, maybe it's time to dust this thing off and give it another... Oh. Well, who am I to argue with fate? Quick note before we start, this video is entirely satire, so if it bothers you, please don't let it. Good old Sonic Adventure. The Steam port definitely needs some work, but that's where the mods come in. Install better SADX and bada bing! Definitive version of the game right here. And speaking of mods, we're here to talk about a certain game, correct? Sonic Heroes. Where do I even start? When I was a kid, I thought the game was pretty neat. Didn't like it nearly as much as SA1 or 2, but I still had some fun with it. I do kind of look back on those days in confusion though, because why didn't I ever finish the game fully? I was a pretty dumb kid, it never really occurred to me that there might be a last story like in the other games that I enjoyed so much. But were there other reasons I never actually finished it?
Right.
Are they up there? Are you kidding? What is this? Why did those two spawn right now?
What?
Where did they come from? No! You can't do that! Oh, please, I'm almost
Oh,
there.
it's right
No.
there. It's right
No!
there.
Ah! Ah!
Hurry and find Eggman!
Hurry, find my corpse!
It's right next to the shadow one.
Ah!
Oh god!
What?
Generations, the version I haven't
Eggy
played
boy,
yet.
please, that was cheap as my guy. I want the Emperor's New Groove replaced with this boss fight, and then nobody will like it because it sucks. Please nail him a little bit harder.
Yeah, kind of. A few months back, I tackled the game in its entirety with my buds DaveAce and Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles tagging along for the ride, and suffice to say, I am never 100%ing that game ever again. It was tedious, frustrating, buggy, and an all-around waste of what little patience I have left. That doesn't mean you can't love it, of course, but something wonderful happened recently that I just needed to share with you. If you weren't aware, I love Sonic Adventure, like, a lot. Maybe, like, too much. And the modding scene has been progressing so rapidly that
My head's spinning!
we saw the addition of this mod that adds Shadow and Metal Sonic to the game, complete with their own abilities back during the Sonic Hacking Contest. And there's also some really nice and impressive level mods being created, such as the Sonic Adventure DX Heroes mod. Sonic Adventure DX Heroes adds Sonic Heroes levels to Sonic Adventure DX, which in my personal opinion, which isn't intended to change your mind in the slightest and is solely about how I feel, plays so much better than Sonic Heroes could ever hope to. In the current build of the game, we have access to Seaside Hill, Ocean Palace, Grand Metropolis, Power Plant, Casino Park, Bingo Highway, and Hang Castle. Gamma also gets in on the action with some stages to himself. Look at this beautiful lad prancing through Seagate. So pure. Now I want you to see for yourself all the improvements that were made over the original levels, so I'll walk you through them one by one. Right off the bat, Sonic isn't made out of melted GameCube plastics, so that's pretty cool. That was one of my problems with SADX Heroes and Shadow, like, why do they look like noodle arm discount action figures you'd find in a thrift store? But anyway, we all know graphics don't make the game, so that's a minor thing. Immediately you'll notice that you're only controlling one character instead of three, and some might see this as a downgrade, but I never really enjoyed the team gameplay anyway, so it's a welcome change. Yeah, well, there's some weirdness with the scripted segments here and there, but is that any more broken than this?
Breaking news. Dylan killed Frank. Oh, he's back.
Oh god! Sonic, move! Wait, why did that stop moving?
This is some, like, really dark fanfiction.
Another wonderful difference between the original and this is, oh, would you look at that? All the enemies die in one hit? It satiates the bloodlust so efficiently, I can't even believe it. Mwah. Now, there aren't a whole lot of gimmicks to be seen in Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace, but once you make that good old green bean metropolis here, you'll see what this mod can really do. We got moving floors, we got miraculously appearing floors, we have vertically moving floors, otherwise known as walls, we got rails, you name it. Okay, yeah, there's some minor issues here and there, but is that really any worse than this?
Nope, Sonic.
Oh.
Sonic, stop. Sonic.
I think I've said this a few times, but whoa.
Sonic, I want to touch the checkpoint. Stop it.
Wow.
Fine.
What is
Fine.
good?
Power Plant has these spinning globe things that work pretty nicely. Sure, Sonic seems to go into the fetal position for a bit, but don't we all do that now and again? Aside from that, though, it's just a cool romp through a fun level. Now onto the real meat and potatoes. Casino Park has been made so much more bearable due to the fact that you can just mash the control stick in a direction to totally bypass the frustration. Some may argue with me on that, but is it any worse than this? Oh, no, Bingo Highway, could we all just unanimously agree to remove this level from Sonic canon? Any objections? You put that hand down right now. And last but certainly not least, since we already saw Bingo Highway, of course, we've got Hang Castle. Last but certainly not least, we've got Hang Castle. See, this level in Heroes has that gravity switching mechanic, and in this game it's handled very interestingly in my opinion. I'm pretty sure since that the music repeats every time you're switching, that there's actually 2 levels that you're teleporting between when you hit these switches to give the illusion you're flipping like in the original. And if that's the case, that is a really smart solution to this stage, and it works really well. Of course, that might not be the case, but that's just something that I thought of when I was playing. We also have more rails here, and, well, things are looking up for the most part, let's just say, and that was not a gravity joke. So that's pretty much what you get when you install this mod, amongst some other things, of course. You can always use the character select mod to play these stages with whoever you desire, but I can't promise that they'll all work as intended, because some of our friends on the roster are a bit inept. And by that I mean Gamma, because he can't seem to survive unless he's killing things every 5 seconds, which, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, dude, but I think counseling might be in order. Alright, breaking away from the facade, I don't think Sonic Heroes is the worst game ever made. I don't even consider it to be one of my least favorite Sonic games, period. Things like Shadow the Hedgehog, which is literally just Team Chaotix the game, why did they think that was a good idea? And 06 will always top the chart there. But at the same time, I can't say it's one of my favorites either. It sits in this neutral zone for me where I can't really say I had a great time with it since there were just too many things that frustrated me. And it wasn't the good kind of frustration, like the kind that makes you want to keep trying until you win. It was the kind of frustration that wore down my last nerves, and I only continued out of obligation to finish. This game is really special to a lot of people, and I can see why you might like it. But at the end of the day, not everyone's going to agree with you. And even though this was tilted against the game in a satirical way, I'm hoping you can still find some enjoyment in it, since I had a lot of fun writing this up, recording footage, and looking back at my own experiences playing the original. Just glad I'm not playing the original again. So at the end of this, I just want to say happy 15th anniversary to Sonic Heroes. You're certainly something. And please, for the love of God, if you want to play this game, just play the GameCube version. I hear it's so much less buggy than the PC port.
They were just trying to, like, basically pull someone down for liking a game, and it's like, no. That's... You cannot be serious! You cannot be serious with that!
Wow.
What the f-
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I plan on doing more scripted stuff like this in the future, so let me know what you liked and didn't like. But if you like this video and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, like, follow my Twitter and Insta, and join the Discord to keep up with more Sonic Heroes and other things that aren't Sonic Heroes, because I do a lot of things. Man, it feels good to say that again after so long. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to my wonderful sponsors, whomst includes Silva PhD, Bob the Hedgehog Gamer, Game Masters, Cringe Channel, Cosmic Mushroom, Lucas Tallman, Dire Pants, Nico the Person, Mitron, Kenneth Gutierrez, Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles, Jaded Indolent, Henry S., Rob Morrison, Mega Traffic Cone, Creative, and Mike TGC. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring, it really means a lot. If you have any interest in becoming a sponsor yourself, please make sure to check out the link in the description for more information and all the benefits, such as being shouted out at the end of every single video and stream. Stream's returning soon, by the way, I just need a little bit more time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.